Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning. Well, Grant, we are creeping closer to the halfway point of the season, and some teams have really found their identity.
Yeah, that's right, B.A. We know who most of these squads are now, and their opponents do too. And as the year goes on, the better the scouting reports get.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Pure from three-point range.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Here's Daniels to the wing on the left. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. Unsurprisingly, the conversation turned to Rudy Gobert. Let's be honest, he's scary, coach said about the 7-footer. He hinted their strategy might involve trying to, quote, lure Rudy out of the paint so he's not there to slap away our layups. Maybe some tricky play here to try and push Gobert out of his comfort zone. Brian, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Milwaukee has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's James. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And we know how loyal Giannis is to Milwaukee, but trade rumors continue.
Yeah, it's just the reality when you have a superstar player but not much of a title shot. The sense is Giannis deserves to make another run at it somewhere. It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. And the basket by Greenwood.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. Aggressive move in the painted area just makes some things happen.
And here's Daniels. Lets the three fly. Noel with the rebound. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
There's a screen. That three's off the mark. Milwaukee leading by 3. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now here's Daniels. He's guarded by Caruso. Benjamin. Minnesota again missing.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Caruso finds Clark. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Brooks from outside. Pass to Caruso. Noel against Daniels. Now James. 5 to shoot. Hits a three-pointer. James has got 8.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here we have the 2K leaderboard breaking down the top blockers in the league last month. Number 1, Nerlens Noel.
And during this last month, he made a statement on the defensive end, just swatting away shots left and right.
Benjamin. Minnesota again missing. Here's Milwaukee. They're on a 14-2 run here. James outside. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now here's Daniels. He's scoreless. Noel with the rebound.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Offensive screen set out of bounds. Minnesota ball.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Back to Daniels. To the inside. Fires for three. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Milwaukee leading by 8. Caruso outside. Pass to James. To deep three. No luck on that one. Minnesota's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. All right, Doris, let's talk for a moment about Rudy Gobert's defensive IQ.
Let's begin, BA, with his communication on that end. It's an undervalued aspect of defensive performance. Then you talk about his ability to be a rim protector, to be able to rotate in defensive help. There is a reason he has won the Defensive Player of the Year as many times as he has.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. And another three from Minnesota.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
A line change here for Milwaukee. Now here's White. Pass to Henry. 5 on the clock. Takes the three. Minnesota with a rebound. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Milwaukee this season.
Last year, these two gave us a very entertaining season series, splitting the games.
It's a fairly even matchup, and both sides want to take that leap into the league's upper echelon. So let's see what signs we see of progress tonight.
Naz Reid's checked in for the Bucks. Booker comes in for Martin. Isaac's shot is off. The Bucks leading by 4. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside White. The steal. Here's Billups. And the shot goes down.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
White looking it over. Down low. Oh, deflected. Brown with the steal. 2 on the clock. And Billups gets it to go. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
Tie game in Milwaukee. Don't go away. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
We've got Naz Reid. He's out there with McDaniels. And it's Lambier in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
Making the commitment. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, "I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me." Brian, back to you.
Fills it up with the best. Okay, Allie, good stuff. 6 to shoot. Billups' shot is off.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
White on the wing. There's a screen. He shoots it. Ellis with a rebound.
Let's be honest. That's not a shot he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Now here's McDaniels. 9 points in the game. From deep. Alexander Walker grabs the board. Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to Isaac. Shoots over Reed. Isaac's shot is off.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Here's McDaniels. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
Here's Billups. He's guarded by White. To the paint. Cuts off the pass. 4-3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Well, a corner three for Derek White. Surprise, surprise. This guy will light you up if you give him shots.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And it's a completely new group for the Bucks. And the three-point contest is one of the highlights of All-Star Weekend. Here are some of the contenders who have a shot to compete in the event.
And perhaps that list changes a little between now and All-Star Weekend, but I would have no problems if those guys end up competing.
He's going to need to move up this list big time to be part of the three-point contest, but he's got a shot.
Maybe, especially if he can get hot from beyond the arc, and he certainly has the ability to do so.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
And here's Milwaukee now, following the three-pointer by Minnesota. One thing you hear coaches say all the time, Doris, finish the cut.
The reason being you have to let the passer know exactly what you're going to do. If you stop short, so often the ball ends up out of bounds.
Now here's Daniels. Yet to see a basket. Fires from deep. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Whoo, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Pass to James. The three is up. And another three for Milwaukee.
Another reason why they're up. Just taking what the defense giving him here.
Daniels with it. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Really left him alone that time. 21 points in the game.
His production from range has been nothing short of astounding.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Brooks, he's checked in for Martin. This break gives us a chance to look back on the last month and see which teams racked up the most points in transition. Number 5, the Bucks.
And you know, over this stretch, they've really had their way in the open court, pushing the ball hard and getting those fast break points.
And James gets it to go.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Pass to Caruso. Now here's Noel. Not a lot of room.
Minnesota foul. Benjamin. First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Milwaukee now. Back to Clark. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Noel, no good.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second chance opportunities. And you know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
Here's James. Following the three-pointer by Minnesota. Jacks up a 3. That's a miss. And he's 7 for 11 from the floor. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Pass to Greenwood. Lets it go from deep. Noel with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 8 now. Caruso outside. From downtown, it's rebounded by Minnesota. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
And check this out. Their shooting percentage was in the low 30s as a team. That right there tells you all you need to know.
I think indicative of some breakdowns in their offensive execution. You don't create any open looks, and they couldn't make the ones they were taking.
Here's Greenwood. Check by James. Drops in the three. He has 29 now.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The T-Wolves on top, up 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves,
Let me tell you guys, there's nothing better than playing well on the road and hearing that silence.
Yeah, in many ways they've looked like the more comfortable team. And now that we have some time, let's see how Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Clark outside to the middle. Here's Noel, and Noel hammers it down.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Washington outside. Back to Daniels. Just 5 to shoot. The three-pointer off the mark. Milwaukee shooting a fantastic 57%. Caruso against Daniels. The 3, James. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Greenwood's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Daniels outside. Deflects the pass. Pass to Washington from behind the arc. Rebound, Milwaukee. Noel's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
And it's Daniels with the ball for Minnesota. 2-point game. Pass to Washington. Here's Greenwood. And here's Daniels. Puts up a 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
Back to James. Noel with a screen on Daniels. The shot by James, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Clark grabs the board.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
James with the ball, now guarded by Daniels. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Noel, no good.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Driving in, and the shot's good. He's got 31.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half. They're now 1 for 5.
The Bucks have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Guys, back to you.
He can lock it down. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. James Outside. No good from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
They set the pick for the lead. Noel with the rebound.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Caruso with the bucket.
Wow, Alex Caruso showing some touch on the interior.
For Minnesota, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to James. Back to Caruso. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. He gets it in there. Noel's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the 3rd quarter.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Derek White's checked in for the Bucks. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Here's Billups. He has 7. Benjamin. Noel covering. Pass to Greenwood. And stolen by Clark. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. Here's Brooks. Washington grabs the miss. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the 3rd quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd.
Brooks against Daniels. Here's Billups. Launches a 3. Noel with the rebound. Noel's, and you look at Colin Sexton, puts points on the board, Grant, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
Clock at 6. That shot off. The Timberwolves trail. Daniels outside. A minute 20 left in the 3rd. Pass to Washington. There's the triple, and the 3-pointer goes. Washington's got his first 3 points of the game.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
They set a pick. Clark outside. Inside. Ball stolen. Here's Billups. He's got 7. Now here's Daniels. Pass to Billups from outside the arc. Rebound, Milwaukee. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Brooks, the pass to Clark. To the left wing. Noel finds Caruso, and here's Clark for 3. Washington grabs the miss. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Greenwood. Here's Billups. To the paint. Benjamin tries it from 19. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we've just finished the 3rd quarter. What a tight game we've got going. It's Minnesota. A moment ago, head coach Doc Rivers.
Let's get stops. Focus on the stop.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Derek White out there with James. Then there's McDaniels. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's McKeskey in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Pass to Reid. Intercepted. There's the drive. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He's got 36 points. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And a look now at Minnesota's upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be playing the Nuggets in Denver. And then Friday, the New York Knicks come to town, kicking off a homestand for them.
And for that game against the Thunder, that one's going to be game number 9 of the year for them. Really starting to get towards the meat of things by then.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Davis, he's checked in for Brown, and Ellis is subbed in for Isaac.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
McDaniels passes to James. Outside Booker, back to James. White for 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Here's Billups. This one for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
3 points.
And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. The Bucks making a switch here. Noel's checked in. And Minnesota making a change here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. He had some words of confidence for his team, saying all it takes is a few chances. We make a few plays down the stretch, we can steal this thing from them. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thanks. And it's White again missing. Minnesota leading by 7. On the wing, Alexander Walker. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so James will bring it up for Milwaukee. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still. To the middle. And Noel hammers it down.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Pass to Alexander Walker. Hits the trifecta. Alexander Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside White. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. And it's White again missing.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
The 3, James buries it from 3. James has got 21 points in the game.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle.
Fox fans, give it up for your 414 crew.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Clark is checked in for Booker. Dylan Brooks comes in for McDaniels. And it's Caruso in for Derek White. The 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. He has 45 points.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
James against Daniels. Caruso outside. 3 on the clock. He's off from 3. Minnesota leading by 11. Here's Daniels. He launches. The triple drops.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
For Milwaukee, they've got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. Knocks down the trifecta.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Check by James. Takes a three. Ooh, the shot misses.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Brooks. Shoots a three. The free ball is down.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
1:52 left in the game. He's guarded by Caruso.
Yeah, that's an instance where P.J. Washington just baits the defender into the foul. This guy has such a good feel.
At the line for the Timberwolves, P.J. Washington taking 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missed them both. James against Daniels. Caruso. Oh, the long ball, no good. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Here's the pick. Jacks up a three. Shot's no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
James against Daniels. Here's Brooks. Now Caruso. Now James. Beyond the arc. Buries it from outside.
Ooh, he's been hot from out there, helping to keep them in this game.
And you don't need to tell him that. He's used the three-point shot as his primary weapon today.
He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Let's loose for three. It's off.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
James. For three. Can't get it to go. And Minnesota with possession here. They've led by as many as 14. James against Daniels. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to.
Let's hear it for the starting five. At this point of the season, you can really start, Richard, to feel teams kicking into gear.
Oh, this is about the time when things seem to get rolling. I know I wasn't necessarily a ready out the gate type player. It takes some games to get into your groove.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got Adebayo. He's out there with Steven Adams, and it's Vasquez in at the point. 4 on the clock. A nice shot by Okeke.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Oh, they've got their eyes on him, calling the foul right away.
Now here's Vasquez. Adebayo with the screen on Brogdon. Puts up a 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
You guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Oh, that is well said. They're being handed 3 points and just couldn't convert.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining.
Guarded by Reddish. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Pass to Vasquez. Charlotte moving the ball around. Connects from three-point range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Brogdon. 14 points from him the last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And how about the passing? We've seen this from him. He's just absolutely shredding the D to pieces right now.
Pass to Okeke. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Vasquez can't get it to go.
He's got to know not to take that shot when he's so closely defended.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the score?
Well, this summer, the entire Cavaliers executive front office staff received multi-year contract extensions. Over the last 3 years, Cleveland has had the 3rd best record in the association. Guys, and there's a sense that a culture is being created that is permeating every level of this organization.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we appreciate the update.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
Down low, deflects the pass. Schrempf with the steal. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. And Reddish with the slam.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Here's Okeke. Good on the three-point shot. Okeke's got 6.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Pass to Vasquez. Takes the 3, and it's the Hornets another 3.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take his chance to talk to his guy. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. In third, the Cavaliers.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Here's Brogdon. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Reddish. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here are the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Okeke, no good. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. This one for 3. And another miss by Cleveland.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
The offensive rebound. Lets the 3 fly. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Okeke's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Shoots the three. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Three-pointer. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert has got 4 rebounds in this game. And talking to Con Knippel, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. You can just tell him.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old soul, just very mature and disciplined.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Adams against Gobert. That 3 off the mark.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
To end the cold streak, it's good from long range. He has 6.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Charlotte again missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Lets it go with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
From deep, Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
There's a good screen. Out to the right wing. Fires it up. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Buries the long-range jumper. And the Hornets lead by 10.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break, and the three-point shot has been big for them. Right back after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I really like how they move the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
On the court for Charlotte, Monk is out there with Hart. Then it's Zion Williamson. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Jaminski in at the center.
And really, this is the next step for Williamson. If he can add a reliable three-point shot, oh, man.
Pass to Tice. Here's Morris. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
And the Hornets' playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season, their worst record in over a decade. They're hoping these new additions can help.
Nice pass in here by Charlotte. The shot by Monk is no good. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. They trail by 11. And here's Morris for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte, defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. It's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Well, before games, Jared Allen makes a point of fist bumping and connecting not just with the teammates and coaches, but team staff, security, ball boys. He said it's showing everybody love. They're all a part of it. I'm getting them hyped for the game, and it gets me going too. Guys, back to you.
All about that connection. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Cleveland foul. Number 21.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Adams, he's checked in for Charlotte. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Screen by Adams. Got a piece of it. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Morris looking over the floor. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And here's Vasquez. Hasn't made one yet. No good from outside. Reddish kicks to Morris. Schrempf a screen on Adams. Back to Reddish. The three. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got 3 assists now in this one.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
To the paint. The kick out to Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Vasquez. Gobert with the defensive effort. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Now Morris. Pass to Reddish. Three-pointer. It's in. It's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest levels. You need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Brogdon, he's checked in for Morris. The Hornets also with the sub. Okiki's checked in. Back to Schrempf. Launches it. It's hauled in by Adams. Hornets leading by 7. Guarded by Reddish. Here's Vasquez. And a miss there on the triple.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Pass to Reddish. And another miss by Cleveland. For Charlotte, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Vasquez with it. Now defended by Gobert. Latre. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. And here's Reddish. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Reddish has got 11 points.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Charlotte moving it around. 5 on the clock. Adebayo. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Vasquez. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And they're winning, but it hasn't been because of him. He can't throw it in the ocean so far.
Back to Brogdon. Gobert against Adams. A shot by Reddish, no good. Charlotte leading by 4. That one, no good.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
A 3 ball. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Vasquez passes to Adebayo. Let's go. And the jumper is good. 13 points in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And so it's Charlotte with a 6-point lead at the Banks Alley. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
And guys, allow me to digress. Anybody care to explain what I saw in the catering area a few minutes ago?
No, Ernie. Shaq started it. I promise you, Ernie. It was not me. I never throw the first chicken wing.
Yeah, I can't believe you just snitched, Kenny.
Well, I don't care who. And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Charlotte Hornets.
Playing well on the road can be...
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Schrempf is out there with Gobert. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then it's Reddish. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Shot clock at 5. Beyond the arc. That shot no good. Hornets leading by 6. So GA Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Gobert with a screen for Reddish. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Vasquez. Outside, Adebayo. There's Okeke. Here's Vasquez. Misses the 3. Brogdon outside. They set the screen. Drains the three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that.
And let's take a quick look at some stats for Steven Adams. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 20 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds.
Yeah, he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, not playing outside himself, but finding lots of chances to do his thing and affect the game.
Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
For the 3, hands it from downtown.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Pass to Adams. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Brogdon with it. Still without a basket. Reddish. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his 7th assist in the game. Here's Okeke. Fires for 3. The rebound by Malcolm Brogdon.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Pass to Reddish. Schrempf dishes to Gobert. Cleveland moving it around. A shot by Brogdon wide open. Another 3 for Cleveland.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Here's Vasquez. No good, unable to end this run.
Oh, Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
For the lead, it's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Cavaliers trying to make the most of their championship window. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, quote, "What I've learned is that this isn't forever. We're not invincible. You have to appreciate this because it doesn't come around too often. Not every locker room is like this." Back over to you, Kevin. Connected
and driven. Allie, we appreciate the report. Takes the 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Pass to Okeke. Lets it go with a 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Okeke's got 6 points in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Now let's take a look at the scoring breakdown tonight, divided between the starters and the reserves for the Hornets. And so it's Cleveland with it. 6-point game. Brogdon kicks to Reddish. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Charlotte's gone downtown to lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. A putback. For Cleveland, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. The shot by Brogdon, no good. Charlotte leading by 6. Here's Okeke. He's got 15. Back to Boucher. Off target from 3-point range. Well, Cleveland shooting is leaving some to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Bounce pass from Williams. And here's Brogdon from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Boucher's got his 5th rebound in this one. Sinks the triple. 19 points in the game.
And he's doing it all himself, shouldering the offensive load in effortless fashion right now.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the wide open shot from Reddish. Off the mark, and the drought continues. The Hornets shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Pass to Okeke. Here's Vasquez. Off target with his 3. The Cavaliers trail by 9. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Reddish from the arc. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. They get it again. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Setting the floor for the Hornets, we've got Malik Monk. Zion Williamson is out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Jaminski in at the 5. Crawford outside. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Charlotte leading by 14. Here's Boucher. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And Morris has got the ball here for the Cavaliers. Monk grabs the board. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. For the Cavaliers, Daniel Tice comes in for Bruno Fernando. And it's LeVert in for Jordan Crawford.
Daniel Tice, Karis LeVert.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Here's LeVert. Pass to Tice. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. In the corner, it's Boucher. They grab their own miss. That one falls. And the Hornets lead by 16.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Adams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Back to Morris. Tice with a screen on Monk. Morris, no good.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
The three. And no good that time.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Inside, here's Adams, and he makes good on the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Cleveland moving it around. Monk against Morris. Clock at 4. Kept alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this is where Gobert can get a lot of his points, just hanging around on that offensive glass.
Adams finds Boucher. Oh, good on the three.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
And here's Morris for three. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
And Adams hits it to go down on the assist by Monk. And it's 6 points for Steven Adams. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Detlef Schrempf's checked in for Daniel Tice. Reddish comes in for Grant Williams. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Morris. The Hornets also changing it up. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Chris Boucher. Okeke comes in for Williamson. And it's Vasquez in for Malik Monk. Rebounded by Brogdon.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Puts up the three, buries the deep ball.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Schrempf with the steal. And he banks the layup in.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Hornets leading by 11. From outside, Gobert there for the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Lets it fly from 18. Hornets have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. The three goes down.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
An effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. You got to at least show a little heart out here.
1:52 left in the fourth. Cleared away by Adams. And here's Vasquez. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They led by as many as 18 points. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
The Cavaliers trail by 14. 1:33 left here in the fourth quarter. takes the three, and it doesn't go.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
From deep, and down goes the three.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Hornets.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
And so it's Vasquez. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Here's Okiki, and it's the Hornets another three.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Reddish. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And so the Hornets can now just hold on to the ball. Now here's Vasquez. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one.
The end of the game.
This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did.
It's time to get the starting five.
Grant, having played in the league, you must have a good idea of how these guys are feeling this deep into the year.
No, B.A., it's hard to describe. There's such a physical drain on your body, and mentally, it might be even more difficult.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Denver Nuggets. They've got John Wall. Alex Len is out there with Marquise Chris. Then there's Johnson.
And obviously their goal right now is to feed him the ball and get him going.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
And so Anunoby will bring it up for Indiana. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Just a bit ago, Rick Carlisle and I were able to chat. He told me there's no real way to stop Nikola Jokic. He can score on anyone, and when you try to double him, he dissects you with his passing, which is arguably his most dangerous trait. Coach continued, you can pick your poison with Joker, but either way, you are getting poisoned. Back over to you.
Thank you for that, Allie.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Launches it, and that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Drains the triple.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Indiana has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And, Coach, last season, the Nuggets were 5th in three-point percentage, but dead last in attempts.
Yeah, you could argue that they should shoot more threes, but then again, they were second in percentage on two-point field goals, so they have a wealth of options, and to be honest, offense is rarely a problem for the Nuggets.
It's good.
Number 9.
He's got 5.
Assist from
These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Stolen by Wall. And again, Denver with a 3.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Pacers trail by 4. Here's Cook. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Cook. Shot clock at 6. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Lynn. Indiana with a rebound. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Denver.
Yeah, we saw how combative yet enjoyable last season's series was. 2 very excellent teams going at it.
Yeah, they split their series last year. Both sides have loads of talent. It should be an entertaining meeting again.
Denver has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. For 3. Missed it. 3 for 6 now.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Pass to Cook. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. Here's the group of players who had the most steals in the league last season. The Nuggets trail. And here's Johnson. No points yet. And again, it's Denver missing. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Over to the left wing. Pass to McGrady. To the inside. And Wall comes to help. Out to the wing. Indiana needs to get off a shot here. Shot clock at 2. Anunoby can't get it to go.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Back to Wall. Let's go with a 3. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. The Pacers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. McGrady gets the 3 to fall.
Yeah, one of the great things about Anunoby is he can take on so many roles. If he needs to facilitate, he can do that.
Robinson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Davis comes in for Johnson. Outside Wall. To stop the drought. It's good. Off the glass. 10 points for him.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Wall. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
And that one drops for him.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now, and even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now here's Wall. He's got 6. wide open. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Pass to McGrady. Wide open look. And Indiana again with the bucket. Nuggets trail by 4. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Wall. The 3. And again, Denver with a 3.
For 3.
11 seconds left in the opening quarter. Poole from long range. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Pacers.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And on top of that, they've been dialed in from deep. And if they keep it up, it could be a big night for them.
On the floor for Denver, getting going in the second. We've got Davis, and it's Sabonis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Lets it go, and that one's good. Cool. Denver has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Here's Hubbard. Doubled by Hartenstein. And that one's good. Hubbard.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And so Davis will bring it up for the Nuggets. And at home for the next one, it'll be Oklahoma City pulling in. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the second NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
Denver leading by 5. 3-pointer. Hartenstein pulls it in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's O'Koren. He's guarded by Sabonis. O'Koren, no good. Denver's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. And that one's good. Hubbard.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead it to the score.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. The Nuggets making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
All right, let's take a break and take a look at which teams have been lethal from outside the arc during the last month of play. The Pacers, second.
Well, a hot streak like this breeds confidence, a virtuous cycle. You see shots going down, you take that next one with extreme confidence.
Here's Cook. Hartenstein a screen. Here's Cook. Pass to Poole. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Hartenstein. And Indiana misses again.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's Hudson. From the arc. Hartenstein pulls it in.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. And here's Denver. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Pass to Hudson. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And now it's a 9-point Nugget lead.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Back to Anunoby. Poole, the pass to Cook. Over Chris. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Hudson. Give him 8 points now. Took the opportunity when he saw it. 15 points in the game.
I just love the ball.
The Nuggets making a switch here. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. The Pacers are all about winning. And Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based, accountability type of basis. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. So it's Denver now. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pacers trail by 10. Here's Cook. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
The Nuggets with another miss.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Here's a look at the schedule for Denver. On Thursday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Thursday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will come to town.
And you know, for that matchup with the Pelicans, it's going to be their 7th outing on the year. You feel the team will continue to round into form.
Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Cook. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Off the mark there with a 3.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
Outside Wall. Takes a 3. Sinks it from distance. Wall's got 12.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
59 seconds left in the first half. From the wing. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
And it's off from 3-point range.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pacers foul, Tracy McGrady. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Wall with it. Shot clock at 5. Here's the 3. That one doesn't drop. And that concludes the first half. Nuggets ahead, up by 11. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have? Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
I hope we get to see all of these guys expand the field if you have to.
Yeah, just get a center or a power forward in there. The game has evolved.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Indiana Pacers. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. We've got OG Anunoby, and it's McGrady in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for the Pacers. It's good.
John Wall.
Wall's got 14 points for the game.
Rock-solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And last season, the Pacers started the playoffs with home court advantage for the first time in over a decade, Grant.
Yeah, the 4th seed in the East, BA. And with a blend of youth and experience on the roster, this is a team built to win now and into the future.
Pass to Cook. Back to Anunoby. Fires the 3. Cash. He's 9 for 14 in the game.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars, though. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pacers trail by 10. Anunoby on the wing. Pass to Cook. Here's McGrady. Fires it. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. There's the screen by Lynn. Drills it from deep. 20 points for him.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every position.
Now let's take a minute to see the top free throw shooters in the rookie class. The 4th spot held by Jakob Poeltl.
This is a rookie who is not easily rattled. Very strong at the line over the last month.
Pass to Cook. Clock at 6. Now Anunoby. The 3 is up. They get the rebound. Misses from short range.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the 3rd quarter.
Pacers trail by 13. To the wing, right side. Cook, the pass to Anunoby. Beyond the arc. And it's Denver with a rebound. Up top, Johnson. No made baskets yet. The bank shot, no good. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. And he drives in. Picked it out of midair. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the 3rd here. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
The 3 ball knocks down the long J.
The 3-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Denver leading by 10. Outside wall. A good-looking shot from the wing.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Here's Cook. Wall covering. 6 on the shot clock. Into the lane. Unloads. Rebounded by Denver. Len's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Now Johnson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And he lobs it up. Stolen. Here's Cook. Wall covering. To the paint. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's McGrady. He's got 5. There's the 3. And Indiana misses again. Denver leading by 12. Pass to Johnson. Back to Wall. 3-pointer. No good on that one. 5 for 9 in the game.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
McGrady, good.
Well, that's a smart play. Taking advantage of the mismatch in close. Outside
Johnson. Pass to Wall. from outside the arc. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
And he was hot from 3 to start this game. That's his first since halftime.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Minute 32 left in the third. Pass to Barry. And here's Poole. Three-pointer. And Indiana misses again.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
Now here's Sabonis. Outside Davis. Here's the three. Hartenstein pulls it in. Pacers trail by 13. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Robinson. Denver is shooting around 50% in the game so far. Wall, the pass to Davis. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
34 seconds left in the third. Now here's Wall. 17 points in the game. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Barry. Rebounded by Denver.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
And so it's Denver. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They're showing impressive focus. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team.
Hey, it's all about who's more.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Denver, we've got Domantas Sabonis, and it's Hudson in at the one. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Pass to Hudson. Right wing. The three is up. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's O'Koren. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. He's got 27.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Here's Hudson. Sabonis with a screen on Poole. Here's Hudson. Off target from outside. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, that's a smart pass in close quarters.
Denver's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Picked by Sabonis. The three. And again, Denver no good. And it's Jones with the ball for Indiana. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Poole outside. Takes the three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Pass to Hudson. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Gets the three ball to go. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Outside Jones. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
So both teams changing it up here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
Allie, thank you. Pass to Barry. Poole, a screen on Davis. Out left to the wing. Puts up a three. Another three for Indiana.
His points are really adding up from the three-point line. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he's only getting better.
Inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. 27 points for him.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
The Nuggets lead by 9. Pass to Hudson. On the wing, Davis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. On target from range.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Sabonis looking over the floor. Here's Hudson. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
They set the pick from deep. It's money from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And Denver making a change here.
Nicely done.
And here's Chris. Anunoby covering. Outside wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yes, sir, with the three.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
Using the glass to lay it in.
Well, he's been resourceful tonight, not wasting opportunities.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. It's good from beyond the arc.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Cook. Fires the three. Not that time. And here's Wall. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. At one point, they led by 16. From downtown. Hurdle rips down the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Wall covering. Now Anunoby. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up and a strong showing for the Nuggets.
You know, their ability to protect the ball helped win it for them.
Yeah, it really did. Less turnovers mean you can get more chances to score. All coaches tell you to value every possession.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for John Wall.
Well, we saw some exceptional passes from him tonight. His vision did a lot to elevate their offense.
26 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside Wall. Puts up the tray. Oh, the shot is off. Here's Pirtle. Takes a three. Money from three.
Tracy McGrady.
And so they foul intentionally.
Tracy McGrady. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
John Wall. Taking 2 shots.
And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And now we've got an intentional foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And no luck that time either. And so it's Denver with the W. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our